Bugged is a really good episode of Arthur. Depending on which side you come from, I think the lesson is different, but equally important. Now, it's not perfect. I don't like the whole visible bug aspect, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but generally speaking, I thought it was pretty decent. It's the second episode, or the second segment in the third episode of the 8th season, and it starts off with the brain being a know it all, telling people facts that they haven't asked for, correcting people, and some of his friends ask him to stop bugging them. And then he has a bit of a nightmare where he sees himself as an actual bug, and he ends up going to school looking like a bug. And I completely get what they were trying to do. They were trying to say that if you bug people and they tell you these things, then you may actually start to have a very negative outlook of your own personality, and you may start to feel like a bug, like a pest, like an annoying person. But I feel like they could have got that message across without turning him into a bug. I feel like it made it less realistic and less believable. And I think it would have made more sense if we'd just seen the brain dejected or very quiet and sullen. And that is actually ultimately what we get once he stops looking like a bug. And it shows that he has a lot of contemplating to do, both because he's upset that people don't want to be around him, but he's also upset about the fact that he's kind of realizing that, yeah, he is a bit of a know it all, and he decides to take this vow of silence. And he has a hard lesson to learn because he has to learn that actually there are times and places when your knowledge is very valuable and where people want to hear what you have to say and they want to learn from you. It's not all or nothing. It's not black and white. It's not be knowledgeable or know nothing. You have to strike that balance, and this is what the brain has to learn, that he can't just go around contradicting people and telling people they're wrong, because people don't like that. But at the same time, knowledge is valuable, and people do appreciate the fact that you are very intelligent. So he has a lot to learn, but also his friends have to realize as well that their words do hurt, and that telling somebody that they're constantly bugging you is maybe not the nicest way to go about telling them that they need to pipe down a little bit. Because I think, yeah, it is important for people to realize that they can't be a know-it-all and make people feel hurt or thick or unintelligent. But at the same time, there are nicer ways to tell them. I really enjoyed the episode. I thought it was a lot of fun. Um, Maybe fun's not the right word. Engaging, educational, entertaining for the right reasons. The whole Alan the Brain looking like a bug thing, yeah, that didn't really work for me. But I can see it definitely appealing to some people. Definitely not a bad episode, and definitely with some important messages, regardless of what side you're on.